your most memorable post been to date?
Well, the blog is still quite new, so we don't have a huge amount on there, but to date, I think 5 things not to say to a new mom.
That's my favorite post.
Yeah, it's probably the one that's got the best response. I think, people, it's not that people are trying to be mean, but I think they can be a little bit thoughtless when talking to a new mom, and that's kind of where that comes from. It's not, I didn't experience every single one of those things, but between us and the mom friends that we've had, those types of phrases have been used.
Tell us some of the phrases.
Well, things like,
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Particularly when your husband comes home and says, I'm tired. And you get like that mom look and you're tired? You don't know what tired is. But things like people coming around to your house to visit and you've been up all night and, courtesy says that you should offer them a cup of tea, but they shouldn't really accept it. Yeah. In the nicest possible way.
Or they should walk in and make it for you.
Yeah,
really.
they should be making you a cup of tea. Or better yet, arrive with a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But it's not a huge thing. It's just something I think that all moms can relate to and they've all experienced in some way. It got shared quite a lot and got quite a lot of comments on through Facebook. So it was a good indication that we had hit a good talking point, I think.
What kind of comments were people writing on that post?
This is exactly how I feel. Or sharing with their friends.
And saying, this is what happened to us.
This happened to us, yeah.
Now I'm so conscious. I hope I've never done that to anyone
But
before.
do you know what? That was also a conversation, because you read it, and I suddenly realised before I was a mum, I was like, I've actually done that. And then I've sent it to my friend and said, I'm really sorry. I've actually said this to you before I was a mum.
But now I understand.
Now I'm with you, and now I know why that look that you wanted to slap me.
As moms, there's a comment in there that even as moms, you say to other moms, oh, if you think it's hard now. And that's terrible,
That's really bad.
Yeah. I completely understand where it's coming from, and everyone wants some kind of sympathy and to commiserate with someone. But just thinking about it at the time, I think moms are all going through a challenging time. It doesn't matter what stage or age your child is at, it brings with it different challenges. And I think it becomes a little bit of this, well, if you think it's hard now, wait until, you get to this. It's always going to be hard, suck it up. Well, maybe not suck it up, but
it's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
Yeah.
Now, what was your hardest post to write?
Do you know what, the Meet a Mum, it wasn't hard, but it was quite emotional because, we thought about this when Kate and I had our little ones are now 15 months, but when they were 1 month old and we were walking on the promenade together and just sometimes zombies, it really took us back to that time, and it's a very emotional time, and you really realise actually it's needed because it's a great thing to get up and go out and to meet mum. So it was hard from an emotional perspective, taking you back to those days.
Same for you.
Yes, I think you don't realise how, and it's quite a cliche thing to say, but how quickly your babies grow and change, and things just, suddenly you're a year down the line and you look back and you think, wow, like we were there, we were in this like foggy, they call it like the 3-month fog, baby fog, and it's hard, like it's hardcore, and when you don't have the support you need, like it can be a very lonely place, and I think people don't really realize that. So looking back at that, I think probably was quite difficult.
I often hear mothers say in those first 3 months they really thought they weren't going to make it. I don't know
and it's
how
true.
this is going to happen.
Yeah. And actually, in the grand scheme of things, 3 months isn't that long. But when you're in it, you're like, this is going to be the rest of my life, like this.
Yeah.
And people say to you, no, it's not. It will change. You're like,
no.
This is it.
I cannot see any future here.
Totally. There is no light at the end of the tunnel.
They don't call it survival for nothing.
Yeah.
but not to put people off. I think people also, we were talking about this just before we came in here. People don't sell having babies very well. Like,
No, they don't. They're always like, oh, you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
never going to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to, you better get other parent friends because say goodbye to those other friends.
Exactly. There's so, you know, and I think that people forget to say all the positive and good. You know, you always find the comment is, it's so tough, but it's also great. It's so rewarding. But honestly, I mean, it's a truly magical experience.
Yeah.
Even when you're going through the roughest, hardest time in that 3 months, having this incredible, you just spend 9 months turning food into a baby, which you are now
amazing.
holding
Yeah,
in your arms.
totally.
I mean, it's just such an incredible, like feat.
Yeah,
in itself.
absolutely.
So yes, it's tough, but it is, to be the cliche, it is rewarding. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, of course it's rewarding. I mean, people wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't.
Well,
Yeah, I think, you know, it's the steepest learning curve you'll go on in the shortest amount of time being a new mum. And I think that's what takes people by surprise, and it's a real shock. But once you kind of get used to dealing with the shock and actually appreciating that you've got this amazing baby that changes so quickly, then it's magical.